So we're gonna dive straight into chapter one now. So chapter one is usually just theory, right? So it's not really accounting because we're not gonna talk about any transactions or anything in the financial statements, but we're gonna set up the base, start talking about those. So let's dive right into it. The first topic we're gonna talk about are business sectors. So we have three different business sectors. The first one is primary. So the primary sector is where we grow and gather raw materials. So grow and gather raw materials. So the prime example of this could be oil drilling, a coal mine, someone that cuts down trees so we can make paper, right? The second one is secondary. So the secondary is where the primary market takes the raw materials and it sells to manufacturers so we could produce products. So where raw materials are turned into products. Then the third one is tertiary. And this is where goods and services are sold to customers. Where goods and services are sold to customers. So this one is where once the products are manufactured, the manufacturers sell to retailers and they sell to the end customer. So this could include things like restaurants as well, Dollarama, Walmart, etc., etc. So let's dive straight into a question to explain this much better. The first question we're going to do is PQ11. Categorize each of the following jobs or businesses into the correct business sector. Use 1 for primary, 2 for secondary, and 3 for tertiary. So the first one is going to be carpenter. The carpenter is going to fall within the secondary market. Essentially, they take the raw materials and they perform the actual service, right? The next one is doctor. This one is going to fall under the tertiary sector because the doctor is providing a service. It's the end service. The next one is McDonald's Corporation. This one is also going to be in the tertiary sector because once again, they're providing an end service, right? So a restaurant is an example of a tertiary business. The next one is Hydro One. So this one is interesting because they're primary and tertiary. This is because they provide raw materials in the sense of providing hydro for companies so they can run their businesses. And they also provide hydro to the end customer, right? Next one is web designer. This one is also going to be tertiary. So essentially, the web designer is a service that's offered for the end product. An advertising company falls under the same category. Same situation, they provide the end product. Then we have a dairy farmer now. So this is where this is going to be primary because they produce the raw materials that are sold to actual manufacturers, such as to make milk or whatever, right? The keg restaurant, we already talked about the definition of a tertiary. It's going to fall under that sector. Then we have a firefighter. Once again, they're providing the end service. So that's going to be, once again, primary is where we grow and gather raw materials. So that's dairy farm. Secondary is where raw materials are turned into products, carpenter, and other examples include like a car manufacturer. Tertiary is where goods and services are sold to customers. So everything else, doctor, McDonald's, Hydro One. Remember, Hydro One is also primary as well. Web designer, advertising company, the keg, restaurant, and firefighters.